You would have to imagine that the President of the United States is pretty busy. After all, it's one of the most stressful and responsible jobs on the planet. So, naturally, we can conclude that being president means leading a very busy and one-dimensional life. Well, 34th President of the United States, Dwight Eisenhower, would disagree. And he owes it all to his innovative process for productivity. Before assuming the presidency, Eisenhower played a pivotal role as the supreme commander of the Allied forces in Europe during World War II, overseeing the planning and execution of crucial military operations in North Africa, France, and Germany. He served as president from 1953 until 1961. His tenure was marked by many accomplishments and the initiation of key programs. Throughout his journey, Eisenhower also managed to serve as the president of Columbia University and became the first supreme commander of NATO. Notably, he even found time to pursue personal interests such as golfing and bridge, becoming a proficient player of both. Eisenhower's extraordinary ability to maintain productivity over long periods of time has made him an interesting role model, and a lot of this is owed to his renowned strategy for managing time and tasks, the Eisenhower matrix. What is important is seldom urgent, and what is urgent is seldom important. Dwight Eisenhower. This is the key principle of Eisenhower's productivity, and before we break down the method, it is important to understand the difference between urgent and important in this context. When a task is labeled as urgent, it signifies that it requires immediate attention. These tasks demand an immediate response and often create a sense of urgency and a defensive negative reaction. On the other hand, important tasks are those that contribute to our long-term mission, values, and goals. While some important tasks may also be urgent, typically they do not carry the same sense of immediacy. When we prioritize important activities, we adopt a responsive and calm state of mind. Distinguishing between these two is generally intuitive, yet many of us fall into the trap of assuming that all urgent activities are also important. This tendency can be traced back to our biological past, where our ancestors focused more on immediate concerns rather than long-term strategies. Okay, so how do you use the Eisenhower matrix? How can you model one of the most productive people in history? The matrix categorizes tasks into 4 quadrants based on the 2 dimensions we already talked about: urgency and importance. Each quadrant requires different actions. This is how you use it. Quadrant 1, urgent and important. Do first. Tasks in this quadrant are both urgent and important. They require immediate attention and should be given high priority. Examples include deadlines, crises, and important tasks with imminent due dates. Quadrant 2, important but not urgent. Schedule. Tasks in this quadrant are important but not necessarily urgent. They contribute to long-term goals, personal development, and strategic planning. Schedule time to work on these tasks, ensuring they receive attention and aren't overshadowed by urgent matters. Quadrant 3, urgent but not important. Delegate. Tasks in this quadrant are urgent but may not directly contribute to your goals or require your specific expertise. Consider delegating these tasks to others, freeing up your time to focus on more important responsibilities. Quadrant 4, not urgent and not important. Eliminate. Tasks in this quadrant are neither urgent nor important. They are often time wasters or distractions that don't align with your goals or values. It's best to eliminate or minimize these tasks and focus on the other quadrants. You can use a piece of paper to apply the quadrant and write down your tasks. Or, if you prefer digital, there are tons of apps out there that streamline this process. Either way, you will see immediate results, and it should drastically increase your productivity. Thank you for watching. Good luck on your life's journey.